Alright guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another episode of our New York Rangers Be a GM. So we heard a lot of talk about this Felix Pox kid. He's coming up. I said in the last episode that Rick Nash played his last game as a New York Ranger. So being the GM that I am, I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts more than anything. I took to the streets of New York City, the Big Apple, to hear some New York Ranger fan thoughts. What do we do? And you guys told me, here are your guys' thoughts.
What it comes down to in this, you got to win in this city. And the Rangers haven't been winning in this city for a while. It's been 21 long years since they've won a cup. We need a change.
Nash absolutely has to be traded. The guy's an absolute joke and should be ran out of the city of New York.
Being a Ranger fan, it's tough. You know, back-to-back years, 3-1 lead, we lose in the second round twice. It's unacceptable. Nash definitely needs to be the first to go. We need to totally revamp this team. You know, we haven't had a superstar since Messier. This needs to be done.
So there it is, Felix Pox. You guys really want to see this guy. I took to Twitter and I asked you guys to send me some voice clips. You know, a comment is one thing. I get, you know, a comment's great, but hearing your actual thoughts and everything, it just makes this so much cooler. So I'm going to continue to do this. And if you want to know how you can send me a voice clip, pretty much a voice comment, I guess we'll call it, stay tuned till the end of the video and all the details will be there. But you guys have spoken. You want this Felix Pox guy, and what's not to want? Look at this kid, 18 years old, 83 out of the draft. I mean, the kid is ready to go, and we can play him top 6 minutes for next year. That leaves Rick Nash. You heard it. The fans were pissed. Rick Nash has done nothing. He's getting paid a little over $7 million. So, I mean, the time is now to trade Rick Nash. We're getting younger. Back-to-back 3-1 leads in the second round of the playoffs to the Islanders, and we lose. We're up 3-1. All you gotta do is close it out. And I think that if Rick Nash would have been scoring, we probably would have went on. We probably would have won the cup. It's clearly very frustrating. You guys are frustrated. I'm frustrated. Let's take a look at their retirements, and then we will head on into what is going to be a crazy draft. So first off, we got Marian Hossa calling it quits. We got Shane Doan, Daniel Sedin, the All-Star Danny Heatley, Havlat, Dan Boyle calls it quits. So thank God that we got rid of him. Is there any New York Ranger that retired? So we didn't lose anyone for this year. That's good news. And the only goalie that retired played in the NHL. There's 2 of them, Joey McDonald and Michael Layton. So this is going to be a draft and a half. We are going to make this trade, and you know, it's not going to simply be, you know, just Rick Nash and a couple of mediocre picks. Try to make the trade really go through. That's not what I want to do. I want to make this trade as realistic as possible. When you think about it, oh, it's not even Arizona. Oh, okay, it's not even Arizona now. It is the Philadelphia Flyers who have the first overall pick. So that changes things a little bit. We have to look at what the Philadelphia Flyers have. I mean, you think of Rick Nash, you think of a team like the Broad Street Bullies. It's kind of a perfect team for Rick Nash to end up to. So he could end up playing on a line with Rick Nash and Claude Giroux. See, this actually works out perfect. This works out so perfect. I mean, when you look at it, they really don't have another superstar to play alongside Rick Nash and Claude Giroux. I mean, Wayne Train's okay, but he's probably a much better second or a third liner. He'll put up the points next to Giroux, because, I mean, you put me up next to Giroux, and I mean, I'm scoring 20 goals, and I mean, like, Giroux's that type of player, and have another scorer like Voracek, we may be making the Philadelphia Flyers one of the deadliest teams with the addition of Rick Nash here. So they have this guy, Dennis Yang, coming up. He's 4-star sniper, but so I think that this is kind of actually works out a lot better, and they have the cap to take Rick Nash, which is the nice thing, and they have the 8th overall pick as well. well. So I mean, trading the first overall pick, it's not going to be easy. This is a franchise guy. This guy comes around. This is a Crosby. This is a McDavid. This is a Ovi type guy. This is a Lindros type player. They do not come around very often. So what I am prepared to do, I am prepared to offer them our 2018 first, our 2017 second round pick, and our 2020 first round pick. So that's 2 first round picks, although they're for later years. I mean, I can't imagine the Flyers being a terrible team now that they have Rick Nash. It looks like they need a goalie, so it doesn't look like they're going to be... It looks like their issue is they need some goaltending, so that can easily be addressed. But we need to go ahead. We got to help them out by giving them Cam Talbot, because Appleby might be ready for next year. He could be listed as a backup for next year, so we could actually really make this trade a lot more realistic than what I initially anticipated. So they need a goalie. It's clear to see. Steve Mason, he's 84. He's pretty much another Cam Talbot. Didn't have a very good year at all. Who else were they playing? Were they playing the Stolarz guy? They played him in 2 games. Who else did they have? Maybe their goalie got traded or something. I don't know where their other tendy went, but that is pretty much... I think they do need another goalie in a bad way. So I think the only issue here is we have to get a player back. We have to get a player back, and this pretty much going to be just going to get their worst player. Oh, I guess we need a goalie, don't we? Yeah, we need a goaltender. So what I can do, I just go get their worst goalie, rookie goalies. Goalies, give me your worst handy, Rob Zepp. I'll take him, as well as your worst player, this Martel guy. So we got Rick Nash, 2 firsts, a second, and Cam Talbot. I'm thinking about getting rid of the second and putting a prospect defenseman in there. I want to give them another prospect as well, so I might take out the second round pick and just give them this Dylan McIlwraith guy. He's a first round pick, but we have defensive prospects, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt to lose him because he's 80 overall. He's listed as a top 6 already, but with the addition of Travis Hamonic, we've already we already kind of have our decor kind of set until Noah Hannafin is ready to play in the NHL, so it's kind of something that's going to hurt to give away, but we will make that trade happen. So I can throw in McIlwraith here. We're going to have to get another player back, it looks like. I mean, I'm just looking to get a random player back. Give me this Peterson guy. So the official trade is going to be this: Rick Nash, 2 first overall picks, Cam Talbot, which is a goalie that they desperately need, and we're going to give up Dylan McWraith, or Dylan McGrath. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he will be going goodbye. Let's see actually their defensive prospects, if they even have any. They have this Robert Hagg guy, Moran. Their decor looks pretty weak, so I guess having the addition of another top 6 is going to help them a lot. So basically we're trading all of this for Felix Pox, and I am prepared to do that. Here you go, sayonara Rick Nash. Just look at that. Nothing in the playoffs, nothing in the regular season. $7 million, what a joke. Alright, here we go. Goodbye, Rick Nash. The trade has failed? What? I've never seen that before. The trade has failed. Why? What? That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen that happen. Okay, let's try that again. Maybe something went wrong. I don't understand. Let's try that one more time. I don't know what happened there. That was really weird. Let's try this again. 2 firsts, Rick Nash, Cam Talbot, and Dylan McWraith for basically Felix Pox. The trade is saying no. Oh, Cam Talbot. We can't trade Cam Talbot. Ooh, okay, so we're going to have to make this trade elsewise. We're going to have to make this trade without Cam Talbot. What I can do is I can maybe trade him in the offseason. We're going to have to re-sign him, and then we'll probably just trade him for like a pick. But I'll have to make this trade without Cam Talbot. So let me try to do this one more time. I didn't think this trade would take that long. What the hell? Since we're not giving them Cam Talbot, I will be forced to give them the second round pick that I initially anticipated. So there we go. So a first, give me your worst players, Martel and Girard. So pretty much Rick Nash, 2 firsts, Dylan McWraith, and a second for Felix Pox. Will it go through? There we go. The Philadelphia Flyers fans are going to be cheering in the streets when we announce this deal. I'll take deals like this any day of the week. Well, I will too. That is going to change our franchise completely around. The first overall pick. Let's step up to the podium. The New York Rangers are extremely proud to select from the Western Hockey League, Felix Pox. There we go. Welcome to the Big Apple. That is huge. That is massive. You guys might be thinking, hey, that's kind of an overpayment. Why did you pay so much? I mean, there's no way they were ever going to trade that pick just for Rick Nash. This Felix Pox guy is going to be a franchise player. We set them up with a prospect. We set them up with a player that can play with Claude Giroux and Jakub Voracek right now, plus picks for the next 3 years. First round picks. They're going to be NHL players. We didn't give them no slouches. So let me go ahead and we also have a second round pick as well. So there's the official trade if you want to look at it there. There we go. So let's have a look at what the second round can offer us here. I'm looking to get another sniper, maybe a forward sniper. Connor Garland, he actually fits the bill for sure. He's a little bit small, 5'9". He's an American. What else we got here? I think I'm gonna go with this Connor Garland guy, 20 years old, sniper. Welcome to the squad. There you go. Now I want to get a defenseman. If we can pick up another defenseman in the third round, that would be clutch. Let's see what defensemen are available. Give me a defensive defenseman here. Someone that can go on the PK. Okay, we got... I kind of want someone who can go on the PK. Liam Murray, you look kind of perfect. 6 feet, 209, defensive defenseman. There you go. We got rid of a defensive defenseman in McElwraith, and we picked one up in the third round. So let me go ahead and write down the top 5 picks, and I will see you guys in a second when we get into the free agency. And yeah, Felix Pox, welcome to the team. I mean, I think you guys are going to be happy with that. That was a trade that looked somewhat real. I'm also going to give them Cam Talbot, and I'm going to go probably get a mid-level prospect for him, but we do have to do some serious re-signing here. We have $20 million in the bank. We got to sign some big names here, but before we do that, before we go ahead and re-sign everyone, let's have a look at the rookies, and there he is. Oh my god, just look at that. Felix Pox, 83 overall sniper. Looks like he's actually pretty well balanced. His senses is off the chain, 5 stars. Physical category is pretty good. He is 6'2". His defensive category is sick. His shooting category is going to need to use some work, so I don't think he's going to put up like 50 goals in his rookie year, but he is going to be a franchise player for us, no question. So let's have a look at the top 5 picks. Arizona had the number 2 pick, and I think they picked the goaltender rookie. Holy shit, look at their goalies. I guess they picked this guy who's 5 gold stars. Holy shit. But I mean, have a look at all their goaltenders. What the hell? Nick Schneider, Jake Smith, wow, they have a lot of prospect attendees. Holy crap. 4 goalies who are 4.5 gold star. That is, I mean, they got some trade value going on there. Florida picked Edmonds, which I believe is another goaltender. Yeah, there he is, and there's tons of attendees being picked here. When's the last time goalies went 2 and 3 in the draft? That's crazy. Detroit, they picked a guy named Brown. Go to Detroit here. Was he a goalie? No, but look at Joe Money. Oh my god. Where's Brown? Logan Brown, he's 4.5 star as well. And then the Winnipeg Jets, they got a guy named Jarrett. Who is he? He is another 4.5 star. He's a defenseman though. So let's get the re-sign stage completed here, and let's do it. So who are we? We are obviously the New York Rangers. So first things first. Oh, look at this guy, Connor Garland. He looked actually really good. 2nd round pick, 4 gold stars, 71 overall. I am okay with that. So let's get the re-sign stage done here. We got $20 million to work with. Dominic Moore, do we really want to re-sign him? He's more of a 4th liner. You know what? He's doing okay. We can definitely give him a contract. He's a good 4th liner. How does $1.5 million sound for the next 2 years? He's a really good 4th line guy to have. Nick Tarnowski, you can be gonzo. Mike Costa, you can be just toast. Keith Yandel, we got to give a contract to. $5 million, that's kind of what I wanted to pay him. We'll undercut him a little bit though. $4.6 million. Or 4.65. How does that sound for 4 years? Yeah, I think he led our team in defensive points this year, so that's not too bad. Chris Summers, we can give a contract to. Just some good guys to have in the AHL. Chris Bork, we'll do the same as with you. And who else we got here? Jimmy Hayes, we want to give a contract to. Good fourth line guy. I'll feel comfortable giving you 1.895. There you go. Almost 1.9. Connor Allen, who I kept on calling him Chris Allen. I know his name's not Chris. There you go. Wiggy, we can just tender qualify. Chris Kreider, I think he's going to want north of like 6. Okay, 5.8. How does 5 mil for 6 years sound? I'm hoping Kreider can be the player that Rick Nash wasn't. I'm hoping that he can just turn into Rick Nash, but 5 times more improved. That's kind of my plan for Chris Kreider. But Ryan Bourque, got a bunch of Bourques. Let's just tender all of these guys. Good guys for the AHL. Kevin Hayes, we got to give a contract to as well. He wants 3.2. We'll give you 3 mil. Give you $3 million for the next 3 years. He's going to be a big piece to our team. I think I'm going to play him on the second line and keep Stepan. I think that's my plan. Josh Nichols, we can tender qualify. All of these guys we can just tender qualify too. Whatever. You're crap. You can get out of here. Who else we got to re-sign? I think that's all of the big guys for sure. Oh, sorry. JT Miller. He's probably going to want him around 2, let's say. 1.8. That's fine. I'll give you 1.5 for 1 year. I will play you on the third line. You had a pretty good end to the year. And what else we got here? All of our rookies we got to re-sign. But first thing, we definitely have to give a contract to Felix Pox. He's a third liner, but can we play him on the second line? That's my question. I would hope so. I would really hope so. Connor Garland we can give a contract to as well. All these players getting big cash, big money. Ryan Mantha, all of these guys. I think that's it for our prospects. Nevin Guy, we got to sign you. And I think that's just about it. Rookie tendies, no one. I mean, Appleby's 81, so he could probably hold it down as our backup for next year. So Cam Talbot, I'm going to re-sign him, then I'm going to trade him. 1.5 for 2 years, not going to be my contract, whatever. Let's get the re-sign stage, see who's coming. We'll check the free agency, and I think we're only going to be in the running for a fourth line grinder. I may need a tough guy. I think that was our problem. We kind of got beat up in the playoffs. Maybe having an enforcer will definitely help. So Jimmy Hayes is back. Keith Yandel, Dominic Moore, Cam Talbot, Chris Summers. JT Miller says no. Chris Kreider, Kevin Hayes. So I think JT Miller is the only guy we have to really negotiate with. But there it is. Oh my God, he's going to be so good. And we still have $7 million. So that's Rick Nash right there. If we didn't have Rick Nash, we would not have been able to re-sign all of these players. So, I mean, have half your team or have Rick Nash, you know? It's kind of a no-brainer for me. But JT Miller, I offered him 1.5. I'll give you 1.6. There you go. Whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. But one concern to me is that our highest paid player is probably going to be down to like an 84 for next year. And we still have 2 more years to pay him. Oh, sorry, 3 more years. We have 3 more years. That was probably a bad signing, but we needed some scoring and we had nothing. I really had no other options, and only 19 goals for almost $6 million. So maybe moving Justin Williams could be another option for us for sure. Let's just go ahead and get this, get the whole thing done. I'll show you guys what I want our lines to potentially be like. I would just love to move Justin Williams. That's a huge contract, though. I don't think anyone is going to take him whatsoever. But we have 48 players signed to a contract, so we can sign 2 players. I really want to offload that contract. I would love that. If there's any players that we can replace him with, holy shit, defenseman for days. Yeah, really nobody else. That, I mean, if we were to trade him, who could we get? You know, I don't think it's going to be, we're not going to be able just to move him just for his contract. Like, that's a huge contract to move. That was a bad deal now that I look at it. Look at Pox. Oh my God, he's going to be so good. It's going to be sick. We might not be a playoff team this year. This could be kind of scary. But our first line is going to be Derek Brassard, Chris Kreider, and Jesper Fast. I am giving Jesper Fast the big minutes. I'm giving him the big times. He scored 32 goals last year. Was it a fluke? We will soon find out. Chris Kreider, I as well am hoping for a huge year out of him. The second line is going to be Kevin Hayes, Derek Stepan, and either Felix Pox or Justin Williams. We're going to alternate them. And our third line is going to be Oscar Lindberg, Williams, or Pox, and then JT Miller. Our fourth line will be Dominic Moore, Thomas Kopecky, and Jimmy Hayes. And then our defensive core is going to look like this. It's going to be Ryan McDonough, Mark Stahl, Yandel, Girardi, Hamonic, and Shea. I mean, Noah Hannafin's probably going to need 1 or 2 more years to be a legitimate NHL player, so we've got some time there. And I think we're just about ready to go. Actually, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and trade Cam Talbot because I just have a feeling that Ken Appleby is going to jump and he is going to be ready for the squad next year. So let's go ahead and trade him to the Philadelphia Flyers. They are our rival, but I am feeling okay. So they have some cap issues. We're going to have to take a little bit of cap back. Maybe we could get a fourth liner out of these guys. Let's go to right wingers, left wingers. They have nothing here that I'm kind of interested in. Right wingers, Matt Reed, not really a fourth liner. Not really anything I'm interested in, to be honest with you. So maybe we'll just go straight up a prospect. So pretty much we'll just trade a prospect for Cam Talbot here. Let's get this guy. What are you looking like? Andrew Schufelt. He's a 4-star player, 3rd round pick. He's actually really quick. Andrew Schufelt, yeah, we can. He's got 97 discipline. Did you see that? 97. Oh yeah, I am sold on this guy. Schufelt. We're gonna need some cap though. We're gonna need some cap. So maybe I'll have to take your worst player that makes a little bit of money. Take you. No. Take 2 million. Ooh, Nick Schultz. How long is that for though? Only 1 more year. You know, we could probably eat that cap up, and he's probably a good depth guy to have if there's any injuries. So that's actually fine. We could take Nick Schultz for sure. Again, I don't know if this is going to go through. It's going to be really close. They do want Cam Talbot, and they need a goaltender, so we'll just go through. Not quite. We got to add a little bit here. Got to add a little bit. I'm okay with that. What can we add? What can we throw in here for the deal? I'd like to throw in Thomas Kopecky, but I don't think that's going to work. We can throw in Carl Klimberg and some other players that they want. There's just going to be crap players for us. Tambellini, are you looking like anything? 3 stars. 3rd round pick. We'll hang on to you. Who else we got? Anyone else we can throw in here? This guy, sure, and we'll throw in like a 4th and a 5th. There you go. That should go through. That should go through. We'll just go through our second trade with the Philadelphia Flyers, our rival. There you go. It went through. So they got their goalie. We got another prospect, and I will see you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and skip to the start of the year. I'm going to save, and I'm going to come back into the game so we can see everyone's updated stats and see how everyone's doing. This episode might be a little bit longer, but it was definitely an important one. Definitely a very important episode. Honestly, I'm just stoked. If you guys remember my Detroit GM mode, I had a guy named Cedric Corey. We drafted him 1st overall, and he turned out to be 98 overall. We had a big nickname for him. We called him Agent C, and I don't want to come up with a nickname right now, but I do want to come up with one eventually. So once he starts playing, maybe his first, couple months in the NHL, we can come up with a nickname. I don't want to go with like Agent P or anything like that. We got to keep it original. Let's see how the team is looking. So this is not what I want at all. So we got to go ahead and call up Felix Pox, and I'll look at all of the stuff here. So Noah Hannafin is listed as a depth defenseman. We can call him up if we have injuries for this year, but he'll probably be ready for next year. Rookie goalies, yeah, Ken Appleby is a backup, 83 overall, so that is just prime. That is prime time all day. So let's have a look at the squad. So Kreider, Brassard, and Jesper Fast. I love that. Absolutely love it. And then we got Felix Pox. Hold on here. Felix Pox, Justin Williams. That's not how I want it. I want, that's actually, hold on here. Kevin Kevin Hayes. There you go. So Kevin Hayes is going to play in the middle. His faceoffs aren't that great. Maybe he's going to have to excel on the wing because Stepan's a natural centerman and he's got the 75 in the faceoffs. Yeah, that's fine. Having two playmakers and a sniper, Felix Pox, that's nasty. That's nasty. And then it's going to be, who's it going to be? Who are you going to call? It's going to be you there, you there, you there, where you counter glass. Why are you even still on the team? Why are you still here? And I know Justin Williams went down to an 83. Can you believe that? Oh my God. Send all these players to the minors. Dominic Moore we can keep. Kopecky even went way down, but Justin Williams is now at 83. So yeah, that's not looking too good. I'll just do this all over again here. Williams, Hayes, go there. Williams, Lindbergh, right there. No. You go there. Lindbergh, that's fine. You go there, and then you go there, and that's how our team is looking. So here is, we're going to have to alternate this, though. If, Felix Pox, I don't want to overplay him. I'm going to give him power play time, no question, but holy shit, look at Brady Shea, now at 84 overall. So he's got to be playing up here for sure. Hammonick's a defensive guy. You can play there with Dan Girardi. It's our shutdown pairing, but that's how our defensive core looks. And power play, I got to give it to Pox. I got to give the young kid a little bit of ice. Brady Shea there. We'll just spread around the offense a little bit. Kreider, Brastard, Stepan, Kevin Hayes, Jesper Fast. That looks good to me. And then you guys come up with everything else. Do we play Felix Pox as much as I want him? Do we play him on the first line? Is he that type of player? I'm going to give Jesper Fast those minutes right now. That's what's looking right there. Looks like that Garland guy's going to be pretty sick. All these guys can be turned around. Let's give our young players some ice. Nick Schultz, that's fine. There you go. And then our goalie is this Burke guy, 77 overall, 3.5 stars. It's not too bad. And I want to do one thing. Since it's just absolutely perfect, we have our first preseason game against the Flyers here. Who do we play? When's the first time we play the Flyers? That'll be a game we'll have to mark on our calendar for sure. We play them November 26th, so mark that on the calendar. That's going to be a crazy game. I do want to sim this one though. Let's go here. Let's see if Nash is going to score. Felix Pox, are you going to score? Let's go. First period. Okay, Ryan McDonough, there you go. This is preseason, so it really doesn't matter, but first period, holy shit, 4-3. Okay, so McDonough. Oh, I see Nash has got a goal. Oh no, Rick Nash. All right, second period, 5-5, still no goals from Felix Pox. I'm not too worried about it. If he doesn't score, I'm not going to say that we lost a trade. It's a freaking preseason game. 5-5, though. What a disaster. Come on, buddy. Pox with the game-winning goal. Pox, buddy, Pox. OT, someone. Oh, shootout. Dan Girardi. Oh, he actually wins it in OT. I thought that was in a shootout, but 6-5. What a disaster of a game. 47 shots. I know the Flyers are not playing their complete roster at all. Dan Girardi had 2 points. What a sniper. Let's check out the kid, Felix Pox. Where is he? He had 1 helper, was a -1, 14 minutes of ice. And Rick Nash, obviously he did have the 1 goal. Rick Nash, where is he? 1 goal, 1 assist, was a -2 though. That's the kind of player you're getting in Rick Nash. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. And really quick, if you want to be in the next episode, if you want to send in some fan art, if you want to send in pretty much anything, a voice clip instead of a comment, you can still put your comments there, but I want to hear your voice opinions as well. This is your chance for your voice to be heard aside from just a YouTube comment. So there's an email on the screen, brent@xtechgaming.com. Send your voice clips there, send your fan art, send your comments, send whatever. I will be reading them and I will hopefully showcase some in the next episode. Felix Pox, welcome to the Big Apple.